For today, we will be introducing you to 5 yin poses that you can do in the morning before you start off your day. So these poses are going to help you stay very energized, active, and motivated throughout the entire day. So let's just go ahead and dive straight in. Sitting in our most comfortable position, very gently closing our eyes. Setting our intention for today's practice. Checking in with our breath, placing our right palm over the chest, left palm over the belly. As we inhale, allowing the chest to expand, followed by expanding the lower belly. Exhale, allow the chest to sink in, and completing the exhalation by pulling your belly in towards your spine. With every inhalation, focusing on creating more space in the body, expanding. With every exhalation, we want to release any kind of unnecessary tension that we are holding. We'll take 3 more breaths here. At the end of your exhalation, releasing your palms back down. We will start to draw semicircles with our chin, warming up your neck. Especially in the mornings, your neck might be feeling a little stiffer, so we want to avoid making full circles. Coming right back to center. Now starting to draw circles with our hips. Going the other way around. Very gently coming right back to center. And we can start to open our eyes with a few blinks. Now, coming onto all fours, our very first posture is our downward facing dog. So our downward facing dog helps us to warm up the entire body, helps us improve blood circulation in the body as well. So we want to keep our palms shoulder width apart, index fingers parallel to one another. On an exhalation, can we tuck the toes in, pulling the belly in, lifting your hips up high. We can start to pedal both our feet. Warming up your ankles, your calves, hamstrings, lower back, your shoulders, and your wrist. We'll take 5 more breaths here. And in our next exhalation, gently releasing our knees back down. Now, our second posture for the day is our puppy pose. So this posture helps us to really stretch out our lower and our upper back. So we want to keep our knees met width apart. And can we start to very gently extend our hands out ahead of us? So dropping your palms maybe towards the front of the mat. Now, gently sinking your chest down towards the ground. You can either rest your forehead down or your chin down, whichever works for you. Imagine you're pushing your palms for the wall in front of you and pushing your hips for the wall behind you, keeping the belly in so that we do not overstretch our lower back, lower abdomen, always engaged. 5 long breaths here. At the end of our next exhalation, lifting your chest up, very slowly coming back onto all fours. We're going to once again guide ourselves up into our downward facing dog. So tuck the toes in, lift yourself up high. Now if your legs are starting to feel good, really warmed up, you can straighten them out completely, or you can start to move a little bit more in your legs, whichever works. We're going to take 5 long breaths here. Our downward dog is a very simple inversion. Helps to increase blood flow to the upper half of the body, to our head. This posture helps with alertness, helps us to improve our mood. 2 and 1. Now gently dropping your knees down, we're going to once again go into our puppy pose. So knees are met width apart. Take your time, extend your hands all the way out. This time you might be able to go in a little deeper. Push your palms for the wall in front of you. Push your hips for the wall behind you. Keep the belly in, dropping either your forehead or your chin down to the mat. Deep, long breaths here. At the end of our exhalation, lifting our chest, slow and easy, guide yourself back up onto your palms. Bring your knees back in. As we exhale, tuck the toes in and lift yourself up into your downward dog. 5 breaths here. On our next inhalation, can we gaze forward, stepping towards the front? We'll take a moment here to find length. So hands to your shin, gazing to a point ahead of you. Exhale, gently release your hands down. And on your next inhalation, can we start to round our spine as we come all the way up into our standing position. Our third posture is our upward salute pose. So this posture helps us with stretching out our intercostal muscles and also helps us to open out the chest so that breathing is a little easier, a little more efficient. So we're going to bring our feet together. Can we start to very slowly cross our right foot over to the left side? Now, pushing both your knees against one another, we want to keep our hips facing forward. Now, inhale, reaching both your hands up towards the ceiling, using your right hand to grab hold of your left wrist. Can we lengthen, extend up as much as you can? On your next exhalation, can we lean towards our right side? Deep, long breaths, lifting your heart. Take the conscious effort to push your left hip forward, breathing. We will take 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lift right up. Exhale, releasing your hands, releasing the right leg. Now switching over, so left foot over to the right side, keeping your hips facing forward. Now reach both your hands up towards the ceiling. Left hand catches hold of your right wrist. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, leaning over to the left side. This time, take the conscious effort to guide your right hip forward very gently, lifting your heart. We will take 5. Grounding through both your feet. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now inhale, lift right up. We're going to release our hands. Now trying that one more time on each side. So right leg over to the left side. Push your knees against one another. Hips are facing forward. Reach all the way up for the ceiling. Right hand catches hold of your left wrist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, over to your right side. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming all the way back up. Exhale, releasing your hands. We're going to switch over to the other side. So release your right foot, left foot over to the right side. Inhale, lengthen. Left hand catches hold of your right wrist. Inhale, extend, and exhale over to your left side. Breathing, lifting your heart. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale all the way up, and exhale, release. Now our fourth posture is our standing forward bend. So coming towards the front of the mat, we're going to keep our feet maybe hip width distance apart or a little wider, shoulder width apart, whichever suits you better. We want to keep our big toes parallel to one another. Pulling the belly in, can we tuck the tailbone down? Inhale, can we start to lift both our hands up towards the ceiling? We will take a moment here, extending the spine, grounding through both our feet. If this is feeling okay, connecting your palms together, gazing all the way up. And exhale, we will start to dive all the way down towards the ground, coming into our forward fold. So feel free to have a slight bend in the knees if you need to, or you can straighten the legs out completely. We do not want to push the hips too far back. You will end up overstretching your hamstrings. So leaning forward instead, trying to get your hips in line with your ankles. Deep, long breaths here. Keep your chest open. Allow the head to hang heavy. 5 long breaths. On our next inhalation, gazing forward, can we lift all the way back up for the ceiling? If it's feeling okay, connecting your palms, tuck the tailbone down, lengthen. We'll try that one more time. Exhale, diving all the way down. Breathe. 5 breaths. Our standing forward bend is also a form of an inversion. Helps us to reverse our blood flow. We'll take another 2 and 1. Now inhale, gazing forward, we're going to drop the palms down. We're going to step back into our downward dog and then drop the knees down to the mat. Now crossing our ankles, we're going to sit all the way back, transferring our legs forward. Our 5th posture for today is our seated twist. So we're going to extend the legs out, taking a moment here, shaking the legs out a little. Now preparing for our posture, bending our right knee. We're going to cross the right foot over to the left side. We want to try to get both our sitting bones down on the ground. If you're lifted a little on one side, you can fold a towel and place it under, whichever works. Now inhale, sitting up tall, lengthen your spine. Exhale, belly in. We're going to reach our left elbow around the right knee, right fingertips behind us. Inhale, sitting up tall, and exhale, gently just gazing over. Breathe. Our seated twist helps us with stimulating our bowel movements, improves digestive functions. This posture is best done on an empty stomach in the morning. Keeping your heart lifted, breathing easy. Five more breaths here. And in our next inhalation, we're going to gaze forward, gently releasing our hands, releasing our right leg. Now switching over to the other side, we're going to bend the left knee, cross the left foot over to the right side. Both our sitting bones firmly down on the ground, keeping the belly in, lengthen. Now our right elbow around the left knee, left fingertips behind us. Inhale, sitting up tall, and exhale, just gently gazing over. Lifting your heart. Five more breaths. Now next inhalation, gazing forward, releasing our hands, releasing our left leg. Now we're going to come into a cross-leg seated position. We're going to close our eyes. We'll just take a couple of breaths here. Observing how your body is feeling now compared to before you started the practice. Is breathing more comfortable? Are you feeling more awake and alert? Are you sitting up a little taller now? Taking this opportunity to thank yourself for taking the time and the effort to be present on the mat. We can start to rub our palms together, massaging the back of our neck, our shoulders, lower back, hips, and our knees. Very gently bringing both our palms to heart center, opening our eyes with a few blinks. Thank you very much for joining me. Please drink lots of water, nourish your body. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you very soon.